We're live.
This is committee of conference on the FY 2024 budget. And we are gonna have to meet very quickly because we are getting our Senate photograph scheduled at 9:40.
Okay, all right, no chit chat.
So, I think we probably can, yeah, right, and I need lots of time to. Short talks. So, yes, somehow we survive it. And so you have, some, things that you wanna discuss or maybe close out this morning?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, we
okay.
could, if you, we have a new sheet.
Do we have a new sheet?
This sheet.
Oh, is
They
this,
took out a couple, yeah, we do, we just had,
is
okay,
this the correct sheet?
yes. I believe that's right. Well, we tried to stay late and bring forward some ideas. Yes.
Yes, okay.
All right, so we can move through this quickly because we don't have a lot of time. And do you want to go through, I don't think you need to, we can go through a lot of explanation.
But we
I
can
just-
just agree with the Senate pieces and move to the places where there's a little bit
Yeah,
of
I wanna-
discussion.
I think that would really
Shorten.
be helpful.
Mhm.
For example, on the 7-Eleven, the DEC, you're asking us to concur with you. And that's the Lakewise
Right,
position. and
correct.
That was the funding. We had removed that because we had been told that the position was vacant, but there was funding. And you had put in the funding, and I guess the information you had was correct, and so we would agree to your position on that.
Great, thank you.
On the other one, I think we do wanna talk, and I don't know how much time you have, and that has to do with 329. And that was, the language that would specify the positions could only be used for certain activities. And I think Senator Weston can speak to this more directly than I, but there was concern that if for workload or some kind of situation that required some kind of, assignment of staff to look at protection issues that might not be specifically to VS, not to at least have that flexibility. So our concern was saying, here's a resource, but it can't be used for anything but. Maybe I think had focus, you were concerned about that. I don't know whether we want to say priority or something, but did not want to preclude any possibility of using that protection resource. And we understand, we understand what your concerns are.
Years trying to get to this place,
So,
yeah.
It's trying to actually restore stuff that's been gone for 20 years, and where people's health and safety have been significantly impacted. And we originally, as you know, had 9 positions going to Dale, and when speaking with the administration about that, I said, if we can have 5 for DS, I can agree to the other 4 positions going to where you need them. So from our perspective, we've given them the flexibility already to move those other 4 positions where they're needed. And so it is critically important that these positions be devoted to developmental disability services. Right now, as you know, the state auditor has highlighted, as well as CMS has highlighted, that Dale in particular is in out of compliance, and they do not do site visits to designated agencies where we have millions and millions of dollars going into in health and welfare. And I think that the thing that I need to point out is that in developmental disability services, many hundreds, well, it's over thousands now, of these folks get 24-hour-a-day services. Just like people get in nursing facilities, just like they get in residential care homes.
SLPs.
Shared living providers, yes. And it can be years between any kind of oversight visits from the department. And that's just not acceptable.
Okay, so do you want to add anything more, Senator?
No, I think you said it quite well.
But you talked to the folks at Dale? I mean, I haven't had any.
I have
conversation.
talked before about, and they stressed the need for at least some flexibility around these positions.
And so,
And which we gave them.
which is you're saying?
Yeah,
that they
4
have-
others have gone.
4 others have gone to places that they need them elsewhere. So that's, we believe we have already given that flexibility.
That's the issue.
Do you want to talk about it?
I think I want to wait a little.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Go back.
I mean, we fully understand the issue, and I know that some of the situations, and I know that those providers or those clients are certain those are supposed to be visited once a month. But the problem, of course, is agency workforce, that carry a lot of vacancies. So some of this,
And they're very vulnerable people in it.
yeah. So we've taken care of,
The upper half of here, then I would say that the only one that we're waiting on would be the 329.
Yeah, why
Continue,
don't
and
we
then the rest are fine.
let fine, we'll close them out and
Okay.
then move on to the language
Yeah.
sections.
Mhm.
And
Senate on those. Mhm.
the one that's yellowed,
U 25, what do?
that was, and I think you're gonna speak to
Oh,
Rep.
yes.
Organizer about that as well. That's on the fees?
Yes, that was what you brought yesterday, and unless my,
Oh, well,
companions,
there's
I gotta,
one 25.1 is the review of workforce incentives.
which I think is.
I'm not sure why we highlighted
I-
that.
We just looked at it yesterday.
It's response to the Senate proposal from yesterday, that's.
Oh, that was your
Yes.
proposal from yesterday, so we were fine.
We are fine
We're
with that
okay
in
with
our
that.
conversations. Yep, so,
Did you wanna change 127?
Oh, it was the question of eliminating that.
oh, the
C.
C section.
And so I would ask you to talk to some of your
Okay.
colleagues, on that.
Okay,
That was something that was
Okay.
important, as I said to.
To some.
Right.
And I did have a conversation, and I'll refer my notes and I'll come back.
All right.
But we did talk about that last night, but I won't, but time constraints.
okay.
Okay. And then if we move down, you've got Senate, and then we go down to 307.3, which is the Medicaid dental coverage report that was struck. New house-related language, which I think
We just added, we didn't, yeah,
add to
we
it,
just
right?
were adding that paragraph and you have the language, the
So,
first language for that.
Mhm.
So we will agree.
Okay,
Your
thank
proposed
you.
language. And EMS report with the house
Yeah.
update on one time.
Which was the language, we agree with the language that you put in there, and then the request was to just clarify that the 100,000 could be possibly for including hiring a consultant to assist the department in conducting the study and writing a report. That's what 100,000 could be for.
And they absolutely need some resources to
Right.
do this work. My question is, may include hiring or other, you've got a consultant, but I understand it's a very large group and they might need some, they might want to use the 100. Obviously, we want to give them the 100.
Right,
And give them the ability to use that money in a way to support the work. And
Right,
so-
and that's where we like the word including. It
Well-
doesn't make it mandatory, but including if they need to.
Or could
Is it
we,
Department of
may include hiring a
which may
consultant
include hiring a consultant. Sure.
and other staff or something. I'm just thinking sometimes, just having someone facilitate a group of, what is it?
Yeah,
It's a very large group from what I understand. So I don't think we're having a problem with your spirit, and we agree that they need the resources.
so we could say which may include hiring a consultant and or
And
other
other staff.
technical expertise or
Yeah,
something like that.
that
To
would be
assist
fine.
the department.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can come back with a final piece for that.
That's so, that, with those
Okay,
modifications, I think we would
great,
certainly concur with you.
thank
you. Sarah.
okay.
And,
Agreed with the last one.
811.
So that was, yes, with the date. We checked on the date.
And,
Right,
Senator Persley, you wanna just, we're gonna agree with that.
Yeah.
Um,
I talked to folks and we're okay with that. First, we were wondering if we do it a little sooner, but after talking to folks, that made sense.
Okay,
So we
The
understand
data's
why.
not gonna,
that's good. Okay, thank you very
And
much.
so we'll
Yeah.
concur with you on that.
Okay.
it's not on this sheet, but I did pass along the cash fund construct to Representative Emmons, check back in with her on that. But I just wanted to bring up maybe here, because we've got a moment, that going from 3 to 2 is probably less of an issue than what is in it. So I just want to make sure that, you know, the construct that we do on the cash funds, the going from 3 to 2 might not be an issue, but we just didn't want to make sure that we were okaying everything that was within the cash fund.
We're not,
But
we're not
yeah, we're
putting
not
the
there
money
yet.
for the construct from 3 to 2 is okay.
But you don't have to take that on right now.
I'm not sure what she wants. I mean, we're
Yeah, I don't-
creating it and we're creating one for the capital use. And she's got a problem with
No,
that?
no.
She's got, what's her problem? How much money there will be in that fund?
Maybe, which she's probably much happier with, and some of the uses on there are something that we'll probably continue to have a
Well,
conversation.
so it's like
with as we
there's two
negotiate.
pieces.
Yeah.
There's the construct, and then there's the money that goes in it. So the construct as the sentence proposed is fine, going from 3 sub-accounts to 2
Two
sub-accounts.
sub-accounts.
We agree with that. We will discuss the money separately.
Right.
That's in those accounts.
Or the things that would be appropriate.
Well, they
out
would-
of that sense.
Right,
Right,
appropriated
right.
out
So,
of
so
those.
the construct and using one for the capital bill and then one for everything else, we agree with that. Then later we would talk about
What's
the money that's in there and how we.
What would be used.
Well, that's what we do in the budget.
Right, I know, we're not ready to agree to the money yet.
And so,
Yeah.
we have a capital bill that is under consideration. We passed, it's gonna be reported out. And so, is the issue that what we have in the budget and the use of that cash fund, that sub-account, isn't consistent with what's in the capital bill? I mean, in other words, what ends up in that sub-account is gonna be determined by the amount of funds that go into it that would be available to support capital projects, which would be proposed in the capital bill by the administration, and then we would deal with it. So I'm not sure what you,
I'll go chew on this a little while, and so my goal too is that we need to move some bills. Today's Thursday, and there's some big things that need to be decided, and I think once those are decided, a lot of things will fall into place quickly.
all right, well, maybe that'll provide some more clarity on it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the money is gonna be ultimately
What it is.
determined in, and
Budget.
and ultimately the budget. And this year I thought it was, 39 million.
Yeah,
And so there's only a very minimal change. I think it was $100,000 or something like.
Yeah.
On that.
Well, that's in sub-account 1 that you're talking
Yeah.
about, I think.
Uh-huh.
But sub-account 2 has a whole lot of other pieces in it. We originally, the way it was presented to us from the Senate was 3 sub-accounts.
Yeah.
So all we're talking about is the construct of the 3 sub-accounts, and then you came and proposed to us that we go to 2.
Yeah.
but
And we agree with the notion of going to 2 sub-accounts. So
But-
that's all at this point.
Oh,
I
the
know
money
that you're
goes
trying to
in.
move the bill, we're not totally,
All right, well, we need to make sure that whatever we,
do
like
fix.
what's agreed to in the fund and capital bill. They haven't got any more money to work with.
Oh, right.
than what they had when they passed their bills, maybe the 100,000 or something. And they advanced the money to help fund some of the water sewer that got
Mhm.
passed on bonding votes, and which occurred after your
Right.
institution's gonna, well, we can look
We
at
could
the
check.
money. But the account that would fund the capital is number
Is
1 and
number one.
unchanged. That's
Right.
unchanged. And that's the one that has the up to the 4%.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
So I know you've got 4 minutes to,
Uh-huh.
and your camera ready.
Yes.
Thanks. I put a bag over my head.
I like that, well.
David.
I know, but they plunked the chairs right in the.
Oh,
yeah.
no. I'm sorry.
So we're back at
Three.
okay,
Three.
3 or 3:30.
3:30 is what I have.
Okay.
You guys?
perfect.
Okay.
That sounds
All right.
we're- I'm gonna do my best to get
And
our
then in the
committee.
meantime, we can have that corrected language,
Right, we'll give on the
Yes.
EMS,
yeah.
we'll do that.
EMS and then you.
And yours, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Ginny and I are meeting today on childcare. And then maybe we should touch base on housing. Okay,
Okay,
While you're still working on S100 and that's.
Yeah.
well, we just moved it out of our room.
did you get it?
Yeah.
Yes. So that was why I was really like,